Hello and welcome to another edition of the Gadget Show Web TV. We're in London at a press event organised by Apple, where they've organised a live video link with the Macworld exhibition in America. Now, Macworld is basically a big trade show featuring Apple products. What makes it worth all this fuss is that every year Steve Jobs, Apple's boss, takes to the stage and delivers one of his famous keynote speeches revealing the company's latest products. At last year's Macworld, for example, he revealed the iPhone, and speculation's rife as to what he's going to come up with this year. Is it going to be a revised version of the iPhone featuring 3G? Is it going to be a new Apple TV box? Is it going to be movie rentals via iTunes? Could it, and this would interest me quite a lot, be a very slimline light MacBook, a sort of sub-portable? Whatever it's going to be, I think it's going to be very interesting and I can't wait.
Welcome to Macworld 2008. Today we're introducing a companion product to Time Machine.
Promising some fantastic announcements, Steve began with the Time Capsule. It's an external hard drive, available in sizes of up to 1 terabyte, that backs up your data completely wirelessly using Apple's Time Machine software. Next came an update for the Apple TV, including movie rental through iTunes in both standard and high definition. All the big American studios have signed up, and Apple hopes to introduce the service in Europe later this year. You'll also be able to transfer movies to iPhones and iPods for entertainment on the move. Then, after announcements about software updates to the iPhone and a new set of applications for the Wi-Fi-enabled iPod Touch, came the big one. The eagerly anticipated revelation of a new addition to the MacBook family, the MacBook Air, the world's thinnest laptop.
Well, some interesting new stuff there, and for me the most interesting is the developments to the Apple TV, which now does seem to be the most elegant way of getting downloaded content onto your TV. But that's not here yet, so let's look at some of the stuff that is. Now, although the much-anticipated 3G version of the iPhone didn't appear, there are a number of smaller improvements which are available free to all existing iPhone users. By far the most important of them, I think, is that they've had a go at making the iPhone know where it is. And now there's no GPS on an iPhone. So what they've done instead is use data from Wi-Fi hotspots and from the location of mobile phone masts. And they've improved the mapping application as well, so you can now get a hybrid or a satellite view. There's also an improvement to the web browser. You can now customize the home page and put your favorite web pages on it. They're called web clips. It's quite easy to add one. I could add our own website here. Just type in the address, add it to the favorites, and there it is. The iPhone's now also finally caught up with other phones, and you can send text messages to more than one person at once. Should be prone to doing that sort of thing. You now can quite easily. And another feature, you can download song lyrics to go with your iTunes, so you can annoy everybody wherever you go by singing along. I quite like that. Also new is that you can now buy an optional software package for your iPod Touch to give it lots of iPhone-like features. For example, you can put your favourite web pages onto your home page. You can actually store them on up to 9 different pages. The Touch now knows where it is because it uses triangulation from local Wi-Fi networks, and also you can use it to send and receive email. But this is undoubtedly the star of the show, the new MacBook Air. It's under 2 centimetres thin. It looks and feels as gorgeous in reality as it does in the videos, and in spite of being so small, it's got a full-sized keyboard, an 80GB hard drive, a 13.3-inch LED backlit screen, and it supports multi-touch gestures. It takes a bit of practice, this, I'm not sure. Now, you can buy a matching optical drive for your MacBook Air. It just plugs in at the side through a high-powered USB socket. But actually, Apple are keen to wean us off optical drives altogether and move us into a totally wireless world. In fact, you can even back up your MacBook Air wirelessly through the Time Capsule. That's got a terabyte of data storage in there, and you can simply access it by pressing the Time Machine icon in the dock, and there we are. It's automatically backing up all the files on here onto there.
Other things you might miss as standard are Ethernet and Firewire sockets, a card slot, and maybe most importantly, a battery you can replace. Though none of the products had quite the impact of last year's original iPhone announcement, taken together they prove that Apple's lost none of its flair for making technology exciting and newsworthy.